What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another weather forecast here by Agent Weather Forecast. I do apologize for the lack of videos here ever since my Wednesday night stream here. Obviously, Thursday I had a game, and ever since Friday, I was very busy with family things, and then Saturday, I did not have any Wi-Fi, and I do apologize for that as well. So, really, a ton of things have happened, but I'm back on my regular schedule here. So, in this video, we're going to be talking about this potential for some significant severe weather to occur later this week here. We really starting to watch the severe weather developing by Tuesday and then continue through Wednesday, Thursday, and potentially as well Friday. So we're looking at potential some widespread days time periods where we can possibly see some severe weather, mainly focusing though on really for the worst of it possibly be once again in Dixie Alley. But before we get in the video, be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, and as well hit the like button so I know you guys enjoy this content as well, so I know you guys love the channel. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the forecast. So we're going to be taking a look now at what we're going to be seeing here on the European on really Tuesday. So Tuesday's kind of where I guess our first day of the severe weather. It won't be obviously too extreme here. As of now, we only have a marginal risk, but I wouldn't rule out the possibility if we get a slight risk. But other than that, really Tuesday won't be too significant. But we're going to be seeing some severe weather developing across portions of the central plains and the general central United States in general, potentially Oklahoma, Kansas, into Texas as well. And we will start to see some snow, spotty areas of snow there, but there's that main low pressure right here making its way into Oklahoma. So it's going to be rain basically the whole system here. No snow in any part of the low pressure. A big rainstorm here. And the main severe weather is going to kind of be seeing where we have those warmer temperatures, and that's going to be in place right there in Texas and portions of Oklahoma. So that's kind of where I'm really just looking at for the main severe weather throughout Tuesday, but again, nothing too significant. Now getting into Wednesday here, that severe weather will make its way more towards the east here into portions of far western Dixie Alley there, Louisiana and Mississippi. And then by really much of Wednesday, that severe weather is going to kind of really die off a little bit. But we will see some severe storms right on the Gulf Coast there, far southeastern Louisiana and portions of the coastal Alabama and Mississippi. As we now get later into now Wednesday evening to early Thursday morning, things will start to get a bit more interesting here. The severe weather seems to be getting a lot more progressively worse. And as we get throughout much of Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening, things will get really severe across portions of Dixie, either Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and then I'll kind of make its way later to Thursday evening here to portions of Tennessee there, Arkansas. So it's going to kind of be watching at these general areas here for the severe weather throughout Thursday day. And then getting into Friday, that'll continue to make its way towards the east here. Some really heavy rain on Friday across portions of the southeastern, potential severe weather kind of towards Alabama, Georgia, and the Florida panhandle. And then by Saturday, that severe weather kind of makes its way kind of more towards central Georgia, but really Saturday won't be too significant. So I'm kind of really keeping my close eye on really mainly Thursday to Friday. It's kind of where I think the worst of severe weather could possibly occur. Checking that out, I look at the real-time temperatures here throughout this week. So getting to the highs of Tuesday. So again, Tuesday we're kind of really watching out Oklahoma and Texas mainly here. So we're going to be kind of really watching out for some upper 50s and lower 60s. So again, it's not going to be too crazy, but our warmer temperatures are going to kind of maintain towards the east here. We can possibly get some lower and mid 70s here, but generally it's going to be very warm eastern United States here basically. Now getting to Wednesday, the high is going to get really warm across specifically the areas we're going to be really watching out the severe weather, some upper 60s and as well mid 70s, with getting nearly 90 degrees there in Florida. So it's going to get really warm across the eastern United States here. So at this point, severe weather is going to be really increasing at a very fast rate across these areas. And again to Thursday, very warm temperatures right there into Mississippi, and as well Louisiana. Louisiana may get up to possibly 80 degrees there, and then those really warm temperatures will continue to make their way across the whole Dixie Alley region there, getting some mid upper 70s across Alabama, same thing across Mississippi, and getting some mid 60s to lower 70s there across Tennessee. And then by Friday, the highs on Friday going to be very warm actually across this area where we will be watching out for Friday evening possibly, or sorry, Friday morning into Friday afternoon across southeast including Georgia, South Carolina, Alabama. But we're going to start seeing these really warm temperatures now, 92 across Florida and possibly some 80s across the Carolina coast and as well as the Georgia coast. But in generally, it's going to be very warm, and that's going to allow for potentially very high cape here. So getting to Wednesday, we are going to be seeing a pretty good reading here, around 3,500 joules per kilogram there on coastal Texas. And that's not where we're going to be really watching out for severe weather, but we're going to start getting some really high cape values as a result of these very warm temperatures. And that's going to start becoming a little bit more widespread now. Into Thursday, going to get very similar results here, around 3,700 joules per kilogram across areas of Mississippi and Louisiana. And then that kind of die off slightly as it does move towards the east. But again, it's still pretty far out. I wouldn't really possibly these cape values are lower than I do think they actually will be by the time it actually comes to Thursday. Looking at the shear here for what is this? This is Wednesday. The shear is gonna be pretty high, specifically where we're watching that severe weather on Wednesday here, all across the southeast and portions of Dixie Valley. We do have some pretty widespread shear that's gonna really allow for just extremely favorable conditions here, specifically right here, Louisiana, Mississippi, kind of that coastal area we're really watching out for, Louisiana, Alabama, and Mississippi on Wednesday. Now getting to Thursday, that's going to become a lot more widespread across much of Dixie Valley in the southeastern United States. That's going to definitely allow for that severe weather to blow up like we saw according to the European model, and that will continue to move to the east here, or the northeast here, towards areas like Georgia and Tennessee. But the main extreme amounts this year were kind of maintained to the east. That's kind of where I don't see an extreme event. But I definitely do see us getting some, possibly at least Thursday, to possibly get a decent risk for severe weather once it gets to the point here. And then getting to Friday, that shear kind of continued increase across portions of the southeast here. So I'm going to really watch out by Friday across areas like Georgia, Alabama, possibly Tennessee and South Carolina by Friday morning. We can definitely have some potential, maybe some intense storms in that region, and then kind of die off by the weekend here. A look at relative humidity. This is actually precipitated water here, actually. So as you do see, we are gonna be seeing some really high numbers, specifically across this general region. Of course, in Canada, but that's not where we'll be watching out. But Monday, this is tomorrow, we are gonna be seeing some pretty widespread areas of precipitation there across the central United States, and that's gonna be that kind of main severe, that main weather event where we kind of be seeing some widespread rain across the central plains. But getting now into possibly now Tuesday, that'll continue. We may see possibly maybe a marginal or even a slight risk there, nothing too crazy. But now getting into Wednesday here, that precipitation's gonna really increase as that severe weather kind of brews across the Gulf Coast, and then that precipitation just blows up here, right there into areas we're gonna be really watching out portions of the southeast here. So again, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Georgia, Tennessee, and portions of Arkansas are going to really be watching out. But this is through Friday. But you see Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi. This is all by Thursday into Friday morning here. So we're going to really watch out across portions of Georgia and Alabama and South Carolina by Friday morning, portions of Friday. But really watching Thursday, though, Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, and Alabama, even portions of Tennessee. But in general, it's going to be very widespread risk here for some severe weather between Thursday and Friday alone. So looking at the action now, relative humidity, so it's going to be very, very humid, up to 100% there across portions of the Gulf Coast by Wednesday. That's just going to be perfect for severe weather. And we get to now Thursday, that's going to continue to be extremely widespread now. 100 and just anywhere from 90s to 100% humidity across all of Dixie Valley here. And now getting into now Friday, that'll continue getting around 100% there near Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee border. So really watching out for these areas in general. I guess I say by Thursday, and then Friday gonna be really watching out for, I guess, these areas. So it's gonna be kind of more towards much of Dixie Valley in general. So it's gonna be very, very I think favorable for some severe weather, specifically again Thursday to Friday. But we will see some small severe weather between Tuesday and Wednesday as well, and maybe kind of late on the Friday, we kind of maybe see something interesting across Georgia and South Carolina. But I hope you guys enjoyed the rather short video, and I will see you guys tomorrow.